There are moments in life when you look around and the world feels slightly off tune, as if everyone else is dancing to a rhythm. You can't quite hear. You smile, you play along, but deep inside, there's that whisper, I don't quite belong here. Now, my dear, this feeling is not a mistake. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you've begun to awaken, to sense, perhaps dimly, that the world of roles and masks is not the whole of reality. Stop and listen for a moment. When you were a child, the world was wild and alive. Every leaf shimmered with mystery. You didn't yet know what should and shouldn't meant. You simply were. You looked at clouds and saw kingdoms. You listened to the wind, and it spoke to you, not in words, but in feeling. And then, as you grew, the great machinery of civilization began to hum around you. It told you who you were supposed to be. It gave you names, duties, a moral code, a mirror that reflected not your face, but an image of what was acceptable. And so, slowly, the spontaneous child was trained to become a proper person. You learned to smile in the right moments, to say what was expected, to be good. But somewhere deep within, a small, quiet spark kept watching. It saw the performance. It whispered, this is not all there is. Revenant, if you not to be. You see, mysticism begins there, not in temples, not in secret books, but in that quiet realization that life, as you've been told it is a kind of play, a grand cosmic drama. And you are not only the actor, but the one watching the stage. Stop. Notice the breath. Notice the sound around you. Notice that whatever you perceive is appearing in awareness. This awareness, the very thing by which you know the world, has no name, no boundary, no color or shape. It simply is. And when you feel like a stranger in the world, it's because that awareness, which is infinite, is trying to squeeze itself into the narrow costume of a person, a name, a story. No wonder it feels strange. The mystic sees this and smiles, because to feel like a stranger is the beginning of remembering who you really are. Revenant, if you not to be. Now, let's speak of morality. Most people imagine morality as a kind of rule book. Do this, don't do that. Speak kindly, obey, behave. But you see, rules are like scaffolding. They help us stand, but they are not the building itself. The truest morality doesn't come from commandments. It flows naturally from the understanding that you and the world are not two things, but one. When you know yourself as the whole, the sky, the sea, the mountain, the stranger on the street, then kindness becomes as effortless as breathing. You don't help others because you should. You help because you are them. Revenant, if you not to be. It's like waves in the ocean. Each wave rises, has its moment, and falls back again. No wave is truly separate from the sea, but each thinks, I am me. This particular shape, this height, this foam, and then comes the crash, and the wave dissolves, and the ocean laughs softly to itself. This, my dear, is the rhythm of existence. Birth and death, joy and sorrow, self and other. All dancing, all playing. And the moment you feel alien, you are simply remembering that you are not meant to fit into any one frame. You are the space in which all frames appear. Revenant, if you not to be. The moralist tries to be good. The mystic simply is, because to the mystic, there is no division, no sinner, no saint, only the infinite, playing at being both. When you understand this, you stop condemning, you stop forcing. You begin to act with a certain grace, a quiet smile, a knowing gentleness. You see, even morality has its ego. It wants to feel pure, it wants to feel righteous. But the highest morality is humility, the recognition that we do not control the dance. The sun rises, the rain falls, the heart beats, the thought arises. None of it is truly yours, and yet you are it. Revenant, if you not to be, stop, listen. When the wind blows through the trees, does the leaf say, I must move righteously? No, it simply moves. So when love stirs within you, when compassion arises, do not label it as good. Let it move, let it act, let it flow through you. That is morality without effort. That is mysticism in motion. Revenant, if you not to be. You see, the trouble with feeling like a stranger is that you believe there's a home, somewhere else, some perfect place, some tribe, some belonging you lost. But what if this feeling of estrangement is itself the invitation to return home, not to a place, but to presence? Look around. Everything here, right now, is home. The breath, the sound, the light on the wall. It has always been this. It's just that we were looking elsewhere, in the future, in ideas, in mirrors. Revenant, if you not to be. The mystic realizes that the moment you stop searching, you have already arrived. You belong not because you earned it, but because there was never anywhere else to be. Revenant, if you not to be. Now stop and notice the silence behind these words, the stillness that has been here all along. That is you, the watcher, the witness, the unchanging awareness that sees the world come and go, like waves, like clouds, like dreams. My dear, when you begin to awaken, something curious happens. You start to notice that the very thing you called you is made of everything else. Your thoughts borrowed from language, your language borrowed from culture, your breath borrowed from the air, and your life borrowed from time itself. So when you say, I feel like a stranger in the world, the universe gently smiles and replies, but my dear, you are the world. I sind shups. There is a quiet paradox in this. The more you try to belong, the more separate you feel. But the moment you surrender, the moment you stop trying to fit, you melt into the very fabric that holds everything together. It's like the sky trying to find itself. It stretches endlessly, never realizing it was never lost. Stop. Breathe. Notice how life breathes you. You don't pull the breath in. It moves on its own. You don't beat your heart. It beats as part of the symphony of being. And in the same way, your sense of self, your joys, your confusions, your longings, all arise from the same vast intelligence that moves the stars. You are not an intruder here. You are the event called universe happening in the shape of you. I have 10. Now, mysticism and morality, they are not two paths, but one rhythm. Morality without awareness becomes hypocrisy. Awareness without morality becomes emptiness. But when both meet, when you act from seeing clearly that all things are you, then every gesture, every glance becomes sacred. When you pour tea, that is morality. When you listen with your whole heart, that is morality. When you forgive someone without rehearsing your virtue, that too is morality. Because morality is not about what should be, it's about what already is. When you are no longer divided, I have 10. Do you see? Mysticism does not deny the world. It simply reveals that the world is divine from the inside out. The river doesn't become holy. When it's blessed by a priest, it has always been holy because it flows, it reflects light, it nourishes life. Likewise, you don't become pure by following rules. You were pure the moment you opened your eyes. You see, the game of morality is the game of remembering. We forget our wholeness and invent commandments to remind ourselves of it. We invent sins to rediscover innocence. We invent separation so that love can find its way home. I have peeply. Now, look at the clouds drifting above a mountain. Each cloud takes shape, moves on, and dissolves. But does the sky ever complain that one cloud is darker than another? So why should you? The sky allows, the ocean accepts, the earth endures, and the heart, when it's not trapped by fear, naturally forgives. This is the morality of nature. It does not argue. It does not demand. It simply is. I have peeply. There was once a story told among the mystics. A fish in the sea swam frantically to find the ocean. It went to the wise fish and said, "Please show me the ocean. I want to see it with my own eyes." And the wise one smiled and said, "My dear, the ocean is not something you see. It's something you are in and something you are." You see the point. You are swimming in divinity. You breathe it. You think it. You dream it. And still, you ask, where is the divine? Stop. Listen. It's here. Always here. I have peeply. And yet, my dear, do not rush to dissolve the human story. You came here to play, to laugh, to weep, to forget, to remember, to make mistakes and call them lessons, to fall in love and call it divine madness. There is a certain beauty in being limited. For if you were infinite all the time, you could never taste the sweetness of rediscovery, the stranger feeling, that odd spiritual homesickness. Is life calling you to see through the mask, but still love the play? You can be the actor and the audience at once. I have peeply. Now, about morality again, the mistake most people make is to treat it like armor. But real morality is more like water. It bends, it yields, it nourishes, it takes the shape of whatever it touches. And that's why the mystic smiles. He can sit with the saint and the sinner, the beggar and the king, and see no essential difference. Because beneath the costumes, the same silence looks out of every eye. I have peeply. Sometimes, my dear, you will feel lost again. Even after glimpsing the truth, the clouds will return. You will doubt, you will ache, you will feel separate once more. Do not be discouraged. Even the moon disappears, yet the light remains. The purpose of mysticism is not to escape the human, but to embrace it so fully that even pain shines. I sin shups. Stop. Notice the sound of the world right now, the hum, the wind, the faint pulse of your heart. This is life meditating through you. You are not doing it. It is doing you. So let go of the struggle to belong. You already belong to the very thing trying to find belonging. You are not in the universe. The universe is in you. I sin shups. And when you see this, truly see it. A gentle laughter rises, not mocking, not proud, but joyful, like the sound of a child discovering that the game was never serious. Because all along, there was no stranger, no separate soul, no exile, only the one, pretending to be two, so it could fall in love with itself. I sin shups. You see, my dear, mysticism and morality are but reflections in the same mirror. Mysticism shows you that everything is one. Morality shows you how to live as if that's true. When you see the divine in all, you cannot harm. When you feel the divine as all, you cannot hate. And so, without effort, without commandments, without guilt, you live rightly, you live freely, you live in harmony. I sin shups. Stop. Breathe. The stranger has come home. The search has dissolved. The world hums again, not as a trap, but as a song. You are that song. You are that rhythm. You are that silence in which it all arises. And if ever you forget, simply stop and listen. The world is whispering, welcome home.